It's a brother up north, better than Jordan. He ain't get that break. Yeah, welcome back to the Break Podcast. Here on this podcast, man, we acknowledge all athletes who was a star in their city. Today is no different. We have my guy, AP. What's up, man?
Mike, what's happening? What's up
Chilling,
with the
brother. Can you tell the
good?
people your name and where you from and what high school you went to?
Okay, yes, my name is Aaron Parker. I'm from Berkeley, California. I went to Mount Eaton High School.
100, 100. All right, we're gonna get right on into it, man. What age did you pick up the basketball?
Man, so I probably started basketball around like the age of 7. So in Berkeley, my uncle Kwame, he was a coach. He coached baseball, he coached basketball. So he threw us the ball, me and my cousins, and we was deep in Berkeley. It's like 6 or 7 of us. So, we had the little court outside and we would just hoop, and then so I would say I started around 7. And then at 9, we started playing in a league called Twilight Basketball. It's at Yap. It's a gym in Berkeley, an infamous gym in Berkeley.
Absolutely.
That a lot of players that never made it, never even touched the high school floor. It's raw, just raw,
I'm glad you said that. Can you give us 2 players that pop in your mind that was like, he was nice at that gym, that came into that gym that you saw?
Man, bro, it was a cat named Roy from Berkeley. Who was, bro, he just had it all, bro, at a young age. He had that AI cross, he had the finishing, he had the pull up. Like his game was just versatile. He was mature at a young age. And then it was another cat named Duke, who just raw, bro. Just one of those guys where you see him doing moves, and it's just different. They moving at a different pace than everybody else. So just being in that environment, I was calling that league and that gym was just kind of like the East Coast of the Bay for me. Everybody was trying to cross everybody. You know what I'm saying? Behind the back passes, no look passes. That was the game. It wasn't really organized basketball. When I came up, it was literally like street ball in the gym. You know what I'm saying? The people in the neighborhood, they was refereeing, they was coaching. So it was one of those leagues. I didn't start playing organized basketball until I moved to Hayward.
Okay, what age is this that you moved to Hayward and start getting organized for you?
So I moved to Hayward in the 5th grade. So I'm from Berkeley, but I'm from Hayward too.
Right.
So I moved in the 5th grade, and all I'm doing is hooping at the park. And then I went to Southgate Elementary School, and one of my boys, Deontay, he was like, man, you out here balling, bro. You need to go try out for a CYO team.
Straight up.
I'm like, CYO, what's that? He was like, bro, come to the tryout. And my mom, she dropped me off. I'm looking, I'm like, man, it's a Catholic school, it's church, what's going on here? Walking the gym, it's about 50 kids, 56 kids trying out, so I'm like, okay. So I'm like, this is different, gym is nice, they got St. Bede's is infamous for winning championships, so they got banners, and I'm looking, I'm like, okay, this is different, At that time, my shoes was hecka slippery. You know what I'm saying? That's the first time I see people walking in the gym and they bringing shoes to hoop in, gym shoes. I'm like, all of that is just, playing a part in my mind. I was like, hold on, like, okay, this is different. So I end up just like, I was just crossing everybody, right? And the A team had they already had they squad established. They had won a bunch of championships together. And I was new, but I had took somebody's spot. And I I had ended up making the A team. Bruh, my first game, I was shook. Like the environment was different. Like it's a crowd, the parent is different. The refereeing is different. We running plays, you know what I'm saying? It's like, it was a lot to take in. And but I had Johnny Bryant on my team.
Mm.
And Ryan Walker was on my team as well. I don't know if you're familiar with him.
Absolutely. They might not be out there, but I'm definitely
am. Yeah, you know what's going on. For sure. In the 5th grade, they had already been playing from like the 3rd grade. Or I don't know when you could start CYO, but they was playing since the start.
Right.
So I had just came in and I was seeing how they was balling, and I'm like, oh, okay, so this is a different type of basketball. So I got to figure out how to mold my street game into this organized game.
Right.
And then by the 7th grade, I have figured it out. Yeah.
Would you say the 7th grade is where you start getting acknowledged about for your game? Like, were you like, okay, like serious?
Yeah. The 7th grade, like, so the 5th and 6th grade, I was just trying to get a feel for everything.
Yeah.
But honestly, like, CYL, I was just kind of a role player. But when I would play for my elementary school team, we were always go undefeated. The 5th, we would lose one game, and it was always to like, not Bret Hart. What's the elementary school over there by Hayward High, bro? That was raw. I forget, bro. But it was always them boys, bro. We would always lose to.
They just had it together.
Yeah, but so then the 7th grade is when I remember it was like a NJB game at Hayward High.
Yeah.
My pops, he had been seeing me. He was like when I'm playing in the street playing 21, I'm just balling.
Yeah.
And then when I get in the gym, I'm like not really doing what I know I could do. And I remember he drove me to the game. He was like, "Hey, son, like, if you're not gonna go out here and do what I know you can do, you might as well give it up and do something else. Cause I mean, you wasting our time and you wasting our money." Man, I had 22 that game.
Ooh.
And I was like, okay, this now I kind of figure out exactly how I need to approach it, and it's without fear. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So who was your favorite player coming up in the NBA? Or I mean,
Penny Hardaway was my favorite player for sure.
I knew you, bro. I knew you was about to say it. This the fact you was out there.
Crosser, yep, tall point guard, yep. Yeah. Seeing the floor, yeah. Penny was my guy, man. I watched Penny. All his mixtapes, I was watching Penny. Hold on. Obviously the Jordans.
Yeah.
But Penny is who I mimic my game after for sure.
I'm glad you said that. So was this your favorite team? Was the Magic your favorite team, or was it somebody else that was your favorite team?
I wouldn't say I really followed teams like that. It was just more players for me.
Players.
You know what I'm saying? So, players and movement, Like, I liked him because of his crossover.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like Jordan, the pull-up. So I was just watching moves for real.
Yeah. Okay. So you entered Mount Eden. By the time you were a freshman, you get to Mount Eden, or did you go there as a freshman?
Yeah, I went there as a freshman.
Okay, so when you get there as a freshman, who was already that guy that you remember, like, yo, he was killing on VAR or sophomores or whatever, that was like, that's that boy.
So at the time, Mount Eden, I got to go into this to go into.
Go ahead.
It was Coach Benavides.
Okay.
At the time, and he was an old school style type of player, kind of Bobby Knight type of style, where he would control the players, and kind of try to not really brainwash. I don't want to use that word, but he had a system, and then you had to, play within the system.
Yeah.
But it was a guy named It was a guy named Narzell Hurd who was balling within his system.
Yeah.
Nene, Bird, who ended up going D1. All of these guys were played at the college level.
Yeah.
But I would say those three stood out for sure for me. Yeah.
Okay. What was your most memorable game at Mount Eden from freshman to senior year? What was that stick out in your mind? Like, man, whatever.
Man, so me, I wasn't a big time scorer I was,
I know you.
I was a floor general, you know, and so my games would be like maybe like a 8-8, you know, or like a 12-6, you know, one of those games. But I would say a memorable game for sure. Two of them. One was Hayward High.
What year is this?
This was my senior year in 2003.
Okay.
And the gym was packed. Like, there was no seats. It was people standing up. It was a crazy game. We couldn't even hear each other calling plays. It was wild. And I would say that was a memorable game just because of some of the plays that I made and some of the steals that I got, you know, to kind of put a stamp on the game.
Absolutely.
And, I think what did I have that game? I probably had like 12 that game.
It was a big 12 though.
It was a solid 12, you know, and I had a
12.
And then I would say the San Leandro game playing against Dennis Dixon at home. And me and him, we was just going at it, like just back and forth. And I think at that point, they was pressing a lot.
Yeah.
So I was beating the press by myself, just going through it. I wrote that in the newspaper.
Yeah.
And I think I had about like the same 12-14, but that was a memorable game too. And also San Lorenzo against Andre Sheard, who was, I think he was like the number 3 scorer at the time.
Yeah.
He was top 10 for sure.
Yeah.
And it was a funny story. It's like one of my closest friends now.
Yeah.
So a recruit came to see me, bro, that game, right? Bro, he was busting my ass, right? He ended up having like 24. I probably had at least like 18, 20 that game. And after the game, right, I'm waiting for the recruit to come talk to me, right? He ended up going to talk to my boy Dre, bro.
Listen, Dre, Dre, that left is so.
He was so smooth.
Smooth.
Oh man, but
it's smooth.
Yeah, that was a memorable game. But me and him ended up getting recruited to the same college.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, based off of that game. So yeah, those 3 games I could say was probably the most memorable for sure.
Okay. Now, when you got this recruit out there, are you nervous? Is it like, I ain't tripping, man, I'm about to go out here and do my thing, or is it like?
Well, man, I was so confident in not only like my skills and my ability, and just the ceiling was just so high for like, you know, where I was at. I was just kind of playing, and not only that, my teammates, you know what I'm saying, like the squad, the warriors that we had. I knew that, you know, if I was ever to fall off in certain ways, they would pick up the slack to always make things, you know what I'm saying, solid for me. So there wasn't really no nerves. And plus, like, me and my boy, bro, we made a pact while we was riding on. I was riding on the handlebars. We was going to his house. We was like, hey, bro, like, we finna go to college and finish college. So this was just the first step to fulfilling that, you know what I'm saying, that pact that we had. So it was nothing, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Can I hear this 5 that you was playing with? Can I hear the other?
Oh yeah, so it was me, David Mendoza, Ryan Walker, Keith Davis, and Elijah Grant.
Ooh.
Yeah, we had a strong 5, man. And as much as me and Elijah got a lot of recognition, like, man, we wouldn't have been the team that we would have been without David Mendoza, who was always making defensive plays, taking charges and hitting big threes. And Keith Davis, who was just one of those cats who was like, bro, I'm finna get the ball and score. He was a football player. He was nice in football. He was a wide receiver. He was just one of them dogs. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
You know, when the dog when he get off the leash and, you know, he doing too much, you got calm. That was one of them. You got to really get back in. You know,
that was your job. I'm the floor general. Hey, calm down. Relax.
Exactly. Yeah. And then, you know, Elijah, who is just a man amongst boys.
Beast.
You know, like playing with him, man, it gave me as a point guard, like, even more confidence because, you know, I can always get in trouble and I could throw it in the area. You know what I'm saying? I knew that. Like, I could throw it in the area and I know he was going to get it. You know what I'm saying? So just having that confidence, like, in him was just like, you know, and he would get 20 and 20, 32 and 20, 25 and 18. You know what I'm saying? There'd be some possessions, bro, where he would get 5 rebounds in a row.
Yeah.
And I'm like, geez, he just got 2 and 6 in a matter in a matter of like 15, 20 seconds, so it was crazy. And then Ryan Walker, me and him, we had been playing since the 5th grade. So, I mean, honestly, bro, we probably won 60 games before my senior year.
Yeah.
So we already had that connection. I mean, from elementary school to middle school to my freshman year, we went 20. We only lost 2 games. We went 21 and 2 on the freshman team. So, me and him had that connection. So
who was them 2 losses to? I'm not, because listen, my freshman year we did the same shit, but I remember them losses.
Yeah, bro, it was always Hayward High and Bushabelle Dow, but Hayward High and Bushabelle, those were our 2, like, them games. Like, it was always close, and it was nail biting, into the end, and they would just always have that player, that made that big shot.
Absolutely. Yo, you said y'all beat Hayward your 2000 and your senior year.
Yeah, 2003.
Who did Hayward have?
Ooh, they had Ray Chavez, who was a sniper.
Mm-hmm.
They had Diamond Simpson.
Mm-hmm.
They had, who was just DeAndre Jordan before DeAndre Jordan.
Facts, that's a fact.
Marcus Caesar, who was a bully.
Yep.
They had Smidley with the handles. Man, you could not take. Hey, it was just, you just had to stay in front of him, because it wouldn't make sense to do that. He had so much control over the ball.
Right.
And then I'm missing some players, bro.
Did they have B-Dot?
No, I don't think B-Dot played his junior year.
Okay.
He played his senior year.
Got you.
There's another boy that I'm missing for sure. That was a boy.
Yeah.
A score. I forget, bro. Do you remember? You remember who?
I don't remember, but that's good enough right there. That's
for real.
That's solid right there. What was your favorite gym to play in? Coming up, was it a particular gym where you like, sometimes you're like, I like the lights, I like the rim, I like this floor. I'm about to have a good game. I can't wait to play.
Yeah, bro. I grew up in like small, warm gyms. Like the summer, I love playing in the summer just because like your body feels different when the gym is warm. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
So Moreau had that gym for me where it was small. It was a small environment, and the bleachers went up and it was always packed, but it was close.
Yeah.
I always played well there. I had I had good energy there, bro.
Yeah.
And the rims, man, like it was a shooter's rim, so they was soft.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And they had those long nets, and it's kind of easier, to get trajectory on the rim when you get them long nets. So
that's a fact.
Yeah, I would say Moreau. The place that I hated was the most from was the dungeon, Bishop O'Dowd, bro.
Bishop O'Dowd, bro.
Because I felt like the crowd was on the court. You know what I'm saying? Like
that's a fact.
We couldn't get no space in, like, when we taking the ball out. And then like the crowd, it was so energetic. And the people at the top, if they moving, the rim is moving too.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So it was just so hard to get it. It was hard to get adjusted to.
Yeah.
And like one of those gyms that's set up like that, like the team usually is very, very comfortable in that type of environment.
They practicing, that's their gym.
That was their gym, and it was like they would always shoot like a high clip. I'm talking about like 40-something% from the tray ball.
Oh yeah.
So I hated that gym, bro.
Your senior year or your freshman year, do you remember somebody that Bishop O'Dowd had that you like, this boy could play? Damn,
man, my freshman year. So I played freshman. I went to a varsity tournament my freshman year.
Yeah.
And then so that was Gary. I would say Gary Hill Thomas. Was a senior on Bishop O'Dowd, and he was just like once again, a man amongst boys, body type just different.
Yeah.
You know, finishing at the rim with both hands, and he had a nice mid-range game.
Absolutely.
But I really liked the dogs from Tennessee. It was Gary, Sam, and Jerome Bracey. Them was dogs. Like they was putting up
the numbers.
They was putting up numbers, and I mean they was doing like pro stuff. Like I remember Gary used to have his fade going baseline.
Yeah.
And Sam was like a 6'6" Samoan. I'm like, don't get me wrong, it might be Tongan or Samoan.
Right. But you know
what I'm saying? He was like a 4, bro, who could pass the ball, shoot the ball, and he had a handle on him. And he was what, 6'6"? And so those guys as aggressive. Yeah, bro, like they knew how to use their body at a young age, to create their shots. So I liked those guys as a freshman. My senior year, are we just talking about the Hayward League? Are we talking about just in general?
In general.
Man, obviously my boy John, that's my boy Johnny, who sharpshooter.
Yeah.
And, man, I say Tonio Kellogg. I say Allende. Yeah, those guys, like, and I played them guys in like the summer.
Okay.
But it was like that's when I knew the different levels of basketball, just playing against them from a more you had to play chess with them, you know what I'm saying? Like because of their ability and how they react on the court, it wasn't structured at all. They was just kind of doing what they was doing, you know what I'm saying? Like everything was coming to them. And like the shiftiness, the ability to go left to right, you know what I'm saying, and create that distance off the dribble was just like, it was different, man. It's different.
What did you like about Antonio game?
Oh, he was shifty, dog.
Period.
And he had that cross. He had a cross pull up from the tray ball, then he had a hezzy pull up. But that crossover, bro, the ability, like you could never really rip that crossover.
Nah.
And he created a large amount of space with that crossover. And then if he didn't get the space he needed, he still had, the angle to get to the rim and do what he needs to do. So I would say his shiftiness and his ability to shoot the tray ball, because when you can shoot the tray ball with with your ball handling,
cold cat.
It's a tough guard, bro.
It's tough
guard.
It's tough. You can pretty much get
you gotta. Hey, it's dog fights. When you find another dog, you just gotta hang in there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Too,
Yeah. Okay, listen. Give me 2 players that you love to play with.
Oh man. And so this is just my high school. I didn't even go into my college career.
Right.
So I would say in high school, Elijah and Ryan Walker for sure.
Okay, give me 2 players that you wish you could have played with, where you like, man, if I had that boy and that boy.
Man, if I'd have had, I would say Johnny Bryant and Johnny Johnson.
Ooh.
Yeah, I wanted Johnny Johnson to come play the two with us.
The boy will go for 50 all threes.
Yeah.
All threes. He's not leaving the 3-ball line. He's going to take it all from there.
Yeah.
He about to go
off. And he was sneaky athletic too, bro. Like that boy, I like Johnny Johnson.
I like Johnny Johnson. Okay, man. In this part of the segment, I just ask you questions. There's no right or wrong answer. It's just your opinion.
Okay.
So we're gonna go 96 Bulls, 2001 Lakers, or the Warriors when they had KD. Who will win that matchup? Are they all
So
that?
who am I choosing to win the matchup?
Yes.
Or
if you had to put your money down on somebody where you like, I'm betting my last on this round.
I'm Pippen and Jordan for sure.
Okay, 100. Okay, all right. Let me ask you this: Shaq and Kobe, or Shaq and Penny?
Shaq and Penny.
Straight up.
Player. Yeah.
Listen,
if Penny didn't get hurt, bro, who knows?
Sky's the limit for that boy, bro. Penny. People don't really realize how nice Penny was, bro.
Icy. He was icy, bro. I mean, he was doing banging on you, bro. Like he was like crossing over. He had a pull-up game too, bro. He had a post game. Like, I mean, what didn't he have? You know, and then he was a tall ass point guard. You know,
period. Listen, Shaq said he never knew who this boy was till they got on the set of Blue Chips when he was like, "Who is this kid? Keep passing." I thought he was an actor, but he kept passing me the ball in the right spot. I called Randall Magic's like, if y'all don't get him, I quit. Like, he nice. You know what I mean? All right. All right. You the coach. It's game 7. You need a 3. All these players are in their prime. You got Reggie Miller. You got Ray Allen. You got Steph Curry. And you got Larry Bird. Who do you draw the play up for?
I mean, you know, I would.
Yeah. It's tough.
So for me, it's out of Reggie and Steph.
Okay.
It's out of Reggie and Steph.
Okay.
And I'm gonna say, you know, I would see, but now it's like the time frame of basketball, like, you know, like the era in which they played.
Yeah.
And I would say defensively, it was probably a lot harder to get a shot off with Reggie.
Fact. Oh, that's a fact.
So
that's a fact.
So now we depending on what era I'm coaching in. No. Okay. We took right now. I'm gonna go right now. I'm gonna go with Steph. I'm going with Wardell, that country boy. Yeah.
Okay. I ain't mad. Listen, I ain't mad at you. All right. You an NBA coach. You got any player from any era. Who's your top 5? And who's those 6 men?
I'm going my top 5 in era. I'm going because I feel like I'm gonna say this because I could feel like I could do so much with this top 5. So I'm going Penny, I'm going Jordan, I'm going Kobe, I'm going LeBron, and then I'm going Olajuwon.
Ooh.
And then as my 6,
who coming off that bench?
As my 6. As my 6th, though.
Yeah.
I'm trying to see if I want a guard because I got so many guards. I might want another versatile. I might just come with Shaq, bro. To be honest with you, so I could just be more. You know, the guards could just throw the big man.
That's
solid. The dominant, because we got 4 guards that can do anything and everything, you know.
Absolutely. That's solid. Okay. Coming fresh out of high school, you just say you're the number 1 player in the nation, or you could, you know, everything lined up right. What are 2 colleges that you would have loved to go to? It could be anywhere, D1, D2, D3, wherever you want to go. What would have been your 2 top choices?
So I got to stick with this. So when I was in the 5th grade, they asked me, they was like, who would you, they said, what do you want to be, or where do you want to go, you know, when you get to college? And I said, Mississippi State, because my family majority of my family is from down south Mississippi. So I kind of wanted to go back there. And then Cal, I've, you know, just being bred in, you know, South Berkeley.
Of course.
I would always go up to Cal and play up there and sneak in the gyms and play.
Of course.
You know, I'm seeing J Kid, Abdul, you know, all these infamous players play up there, bro. That's where I really wanted to go. It's Cal for sure.
Oh no, that's 100. Ain't nothing wrong with neither of those choices you just picked, for sure. What's something you would tell you coming out you going into your senior year? What's something that you would tell the younger you about, like something you like, yo, work on this, do this more. You right now, what would you tell you at 16, 17 years old?
I would say to prep yourself mentally more for the ups and downs of this journey, bro.
Yeah.
Because, you know, just playing at a different levels, bro, and dealing with different coaches, man, like there's like a epidemic in the game of basketball, bro, based off of, you know, some of these situations that you win when it comes to basketball, bro.
Sure.
Like there's so many obstacles. You might get injured, you know what I'm saying? You might not, you know, another player might come in, you know what I'm saying? Right. So me personally, you know what I'm saying? If I'm gonna say first, you got to be mentally prepared for the ups and downs. And like, if you can put in everything that you want to put in the game of basketball, work hard, be raw, but it still might not work in your favor, bro.
For surely.
You know what I'm saying? That can, but you didn't sacrifice your life, you know what I'm saying, for the game of basketball. And to know at the end of the journey that you sacrifice all these years, all this time, you got to be okay with knowing that you still might not get it, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that mentally, bro, you gotta put yourself different, you know what I'm saying, mentally to accept that. So
I'm so happy you said that, because I feel like a lot of people suffer from like you know, they demand middle school, high school.
Absolutely.
And they graduate and they might go to community college, X1, and it probably don't pan out. But now reality hit. You used to just being the man and like, oh, that boy play ball. But now you got to go get the job at Chevron.
Yep.
And you know, it fuck with your pride of like.
Absolutely, bro. And there's a depression state that a lot of these athletes that, you know, don't take it to that next level. And they were, you know, kind of fed fool's gold in high school just by being a man and how these people used to treat you, not knowing that the next level you're playing with all dogs, you know what I'm saying? And
that's a fact.
That depression stage, bro, I've seen it last even to this point, you know, 20 years. I've seen it last 5 years. Like that time frame, you know, is something, bro, that's a real thing, bro. And it didn't change people's lives, bro.
Sure.
In terms of like, you know what I'm saying? I say some people even died, you know what I'm saying? And it's not like literally, like physically, you know what I'm saying? But spiritually, emotionally, mentally, it's like their soul was ripped from them. And I get it though, bro.
I get bro. This is the whole reason of me doing this. Like, it's one of the reasons why I want to do the podcast, because I know that feeling of like, damn, you know, like that something die inside of you, and it's like, I want to give people them flowers of like, nah, bro, you still that guy, man.
And I appreciate that, bro, because, you know, I appreciate this conversation and even just opening up the discussion with what we talking about right now, because a lot of people need to know what this journey is, you know what I'm saying? And it's life and death for real if you're not mentally, you know, there, bro, you know, and you know, and we can even go into like, you know, the coaching aspect of it, bro. Like, you know, I don't even want to talk about like, because when I came up, bro, like it was shifting from like that old school, you know what I'm saying, organized type of thing to where, you know, we 80s babies, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? We ain't trying to wear them small shorts, cuz. Like,
nah, for sure.
Know what I'm saying? So it was changing, but I mean, I kind of caught the middle of both, where, you know, you got some of these white coaches and, you know, they putting you in they talking to you and, you know, creating your game for you.
Yeah.
And knowing that that's all you got. You feel what I'm saying? That's all you got. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? You don't know as a kid, you know what I'm saying? You don't really, I mean, I didn't really have too many people who experienced, you know, these things. And didn't tell me like, bro, no, you got to be mentally strong enough to, you know, listen to what he's saying, but still play your game, be who you are. You know what I'm saying?
Man, because they had put shackles on your game, and it make you like,
it's slavery to a point, bro. Like we can't, like it really is, bro. And then when you get to the college level, it's like, you know, they paying you, you know, for you to come out here and do what they want you to do. You feel me?
That's a fact.
Like, you know what I'm saying? We can go back, me and Elijah, B-Dot, we all went to Lonnie, and that's probably one of the biggest, I don't want to say mistakes, but I just wish we would have known, you know what I'm saying? But
yeah, a little more knowledgeable about the situation.
But it was like, bro, like I saw instantly, like, okay, because you positioned us to, you know, outside of our environment, and we got an opportunity to do something different from where we come from.
Yeah.
You feel a sense of control.
Oh, for sure.
So you feel like you could talk to us a certain way.
For
you
sure.
Feel like you can do whatever it is that you feel like you want to do if we don't come at you the way that you want us to come at you.
Yeah.
What is that?
Man, listen, I heard Davey make that same little thing. You know, he used to ball or whatever, and I heard him make that statement about, man, the coach basically told me, like, I could get another player like you, your same little body type, your same little height, your whole little, I could just put you to the side. And that's what made him like, I'm going home. This ain't for me.
I feel him, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
And kind of going back to your point on what you would say, I would say, like, you know, use the game as a tool.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
To put yourself in a position that's going to help you do other things outside of the game of basketball. Now, the game of basketball taught me so many life lessons, bro, that I do never take for granted. Discipline, consistency, you know what I'm saying? Going against adversity, bro, all of these different things, to where now it's easy for me to be an entrepreneur because I didn't face the injury. I didn't face, you know, somebody scoring 30 on me in the next game. I got to come back and try to do it again, and even handing out games where I did my damage. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So and not only, you know, using basketball as a tool, but also using it to build relationships. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
Let's say, go ahead. My fault.
We got the last 2 minutes. I gotta ask you this. Mm-hmm. Who is Mount Eden's, in your opinion, including yourself? Give me 5 more players where it could be any era that went to Mount Eden where you like, I'm going out with these boys and we about to go do some damage.
Man, I'm going out with my squad, bro.
Straight up.
Going out with my squad who went 25-5. You know what I'm saying? I'm going out with them. We going Aaron Parker, we going David Mendoza, we going Elijah Grant, we going Ryan Walker, we going Keith Davis, you know what I'm saying? I'm going with my boys, yeah.
What's something, we got a minute 30, what's something you miss about the game?
The camaraderie, man, with the guys, man. The togetherness, you know what I'm saying? The family, the tribal, type of feel, you know, and being able to, you know what I'm saying, when you it's war out there, you know what I'm saying? You competing when you in dog fights, you know, to feel so passionately about your squad, to know, oh, if you fall short, I got you. You know what I'm saying?
Man, it's not like
if you down, I got you. You know what I'm saying? I miss that, bro.
Man, listen, I missed all that, bro. I missed the traveling. I missed the, you know, your mama van, you know what I'm saying? Driving to the game. I miss all that, bro. You know what I'm saying? I missed that, bro. But man, we're down to the last couple of seconds, man. I'm honored to have you on the show, AP, man. I just want to give you your flowers. Listen, I met you a little later on in life, and it was like you just took me under the wing like a little bro. You know what I'm saying? And it was like, I love that about you, bro. You was always solid, bro. And I want to give you your flowers, bro. That's it, man. Seriously.
That's love, bro. Like, once you hit me, bro, I felt good about it, bro. So I thank you. Keep doing your thing, bro. Hey, that motivational thing, man. Hey, you changing people's energy, bro, is real love, bro.
I appreciate
Keep doing your thing, dog.
Say no more, brother. And we're going to sign up off this thing, bro. That's perfect.
All right, for sure.
Thank you, bro. Appreciate you. Love.
No.